Hey guys, this is Matthew, and I'm had some photographs on my iPhone, and I'm going to extract them or take them off of my iPhone using Adobe Bridge. And I thought this would be a useful exercise to just kind of show to some folks and upload for you. And so Bridge is a really handy application to browse. If you have a folder of some photographs that you've done for a photo shoot, for example, you can use Adobe Bridge to browse those images, and you can look at the exposure information, or you can look at which exposure is best. So for example, you can review which ones are in focus and that sort of thing. So Bridge, in all honesty, is one of those hidden Adobe application gems that I actually don't think it's used enough, but I like it quite a bit. So let's see. We go to Here's Bridge, it's open, and Photoshop is hiding back here. Okay. So File, get photos from camera. Okay. And I do not want it to automatically launch. So I'm going to say no. I usually just kind of prompt it manually like what I just did. And so this little icon will start to operate. It looks like it's trying to fire up. And you can, if you have a camera or device connected to your computer, you can refresh the list and those images will pop up here. And so it looks like here, the real truth is I was photographing, some pages in a textbook, and I want to get those to my hard drive. So that's the real truth of what's going on here. Full disclosure. But I don't want all of the images on my camera. So I'm going to come down here and uncheck all. Okay. And then I'm going to come down here. Let's see. I want to make sure I start with the right image. They were all shot today, so I know it's 8/11. There we go. Okay, so that's August 9th. So I believe that's the last one that I shot that I want to get off the machine. So I'm going to select it, I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm going to scroll back up. And while I'm holding Shift with my left pinky, so I selected them all, and then I checked one of the boxes, and that checked all of the boxes of the images that I had selected, if that makes sense. You can change the save option, so you can send it to a particular folder, which I kind of think is handy. Otherwise, it kind of gets embedded and sort of like a buried spot on your hard drive. So I'm just going to put it in my documents folder. I usually don't mess with, the shot date sort of business too much, but there are some options here that you can play with. And then when everything looks good, you just simply click Get Media. And then it's going to extract all of those images off your phone. Part of the reason why I'm doing this method also is because recently I've been having difficulty with AirDrop. I think maybe it's because of the amount of photos that I'm trying to transfer to my machine. But I also think that this is just a great opportunity to introduce each of you to Adobe Bridge. So it's not only good for getting images off of a Nikon or Canon camera, for example, or an iPhone, but it's also actually quite good for just reviewing images. And so, and when that's done here in a second, maybe we can take a look at that operation as well. So it does take a little extra time. So, you can kind of see we're only at 20% here. Getting there. Okay. So it looks to me like everything has been downloaded successfully and placed into the file folder that I had chosen. And so if I open up the Finder, I can come over here to Documents. And let's see, I can click on this folder right here. And here are all of those images that I just downloaded. Okay, so they're all there. And so the power, though, of Adobe InDesign is that you can, let's say, again, you shot, maybe it's wedding photography, maybe you set up a session to do a portrait with someone. And then the next thing that you're going to do is kind of double check that the images look okay. So you can navigate, and you can change, like, the size of the thumbnail images, but you can cruise around and click on different images, and then you can come over here and sort of investigate a little bit more clearly. A circumstance where this is extraordinarily valuable is, for example, if you're doing product photography or you're photographing jewelry like I have in the past, usually what you'll do is you'll shoot one, two, three, maybe even a half dozen shots of the same exact position of a silver bracelet, for example. But you more often than not, you want to get multiple images to work with, because sometimes your camera, it actually, for one reason or another, it won't take a sharp image because of the automatic focus that's associated with modern cameras. And so it's just always a good idea to have a few to work with so that you can decide, okay, this is the best photographic negative for me to work with and deliver something finalized to the client. And so in the past, Bridge has been pretty fantastic for those sorts of scenarios. I think that's enough for now. You guys, thank you for listening. Bye-bye.